The immediate thought was obviously disbelief, and you're terrified and wondering what was going to happen. But what surprised me was I felt a complete loss of control.
It was Hillary Bilbrey's hardest day. Her 18-month-old son, Breck, wandered into the bathroom and had a terrible accident.
On April 6, 2003, my husband heard some screams coming from upstairs, and he ran upstairs to see our 18-month-old son in our bathtub, and he had turned on the hot water only and had stepped on the drain. And he actually, in about 10 seconds, has sustained third-degree burns on his feet.
The water temperature at Breck's house was set at over 130 degrees, leaving him with third-degree burns on his feet. It took about 10 seconds to cause the damage that will take years of therapy and surgeries to heal.
The long-term effect of Breck's burns are both emotional and physical. From a physical standpoint, he's already had 2 skin graft surgeries, and he'll continue to have skin grafting as he grows. Emotionally, our family has had a long, tough road trying to just put the pieces back together after you have such a devastating thing happen to your family.
Hillary's family is not alone. In fact, every year, tens of thousands of children under the age of 14 visit emergency rooms after fire and burn injuries.
Children are more susceptible to fire injuries primarily because of their curiosity, and sometimes they get a little mischievous. Children and elderly adults are much more susceptible to burn injuries because their skin is much more sensitive than people that are in the ages between them.
Dan Gengler is the chairperson for Wisconsin Alliance for Fire Safety. This nonprofit organization is committed to its missions of fire and burn prevention education statewide.
The Wisconsin Alliance for Fire Safety was founded because of some incidents that happened in the city of Milwaukee in 1987. Over a span of 3 weeks, 2 fires took the lives of 19 people, 17 of which were children. The mayor of the city of Milwaukee took it upon himself to investigate the causes and establish a task force. That task force discovered that education of the community was much more needed. Teaching kids in school gives them an opportunity to learn a lesson in a classroom setting. Then the byproduct of that is to have them go home and work with their families and reinforce that lesson with their families, so they get it a second time, their family gets it another time, and they have an opportunity for a real learning experience in fire prevention and fire safety.
To keep your family safe, follow these simple fire prevention steps. Check every room in the home, plus attic, basement, and garage for fire safety challenges. Install smoke alarms throughout your home and test them regularly. Your best chance for early warning is to have the system interconnected. Make an escape plan and review it with the entire family. Practice near bedtime so you get used to getting out of bed for escape. 8 out of 10 fire deaths occur in the home, usually when people are sleeping. Your family should become very familiar with the sound of the alarm, too. If you are building a new home, install a home fire sprinkler system for the optimum in fire safety. Sprinklers are the most effective tool in immediately suppressing fires and saving lives. As Hillary Bilbrey learned, making small changes around the house can be the difference between life and death.
If I could give any advice to parents, I think the first would be proactive. Really, you are your child's best advocate, and talk to your children. I think in the end, communication about safety is the best prevention.
Hillary hopes other families will learn from her tragedy. In order to spread the message of burn safety, Hillary wrote the children's book Brecker Bunny, about an adventurous rabbit who burns himself. It's a chance to get children interested in burn safety.
Brecker Bunny was designed to really hit children, teachers, and parents in many different ways. First and foremost, it's meant to start communication between parents. If you simply take the book and read the story and look at the pictures with your child, then there will be great communication going on about safety. There's lots of things, tips that you find in there. On top of that, Underwriters Laboratories as well as WAFS have added in checklists, safety tips, in addition to calendars in the back of the book, and lots of resources.
One of the Wisconsin Alliance for Fire Safety's programs includes sponsorship of the summer camp for burned and injured youth, known to all simply as the Burn Camp. Burn Camp annually hosts youth burn survivors from across the state. Nurses